Hey guys, I hope you're having a wonderful day. So this video I wanted to make because I don't think enough people understand this. Now, Alex Hormozi has obviously just put out his book, $100 Million Leads, which now every person on the internet literally has no excuse to never get leads again, except for this one thing that I'm going to share in this video that no one is really talking about. Now, obviously all the scripts, the frameworks, the strategies are all out there online that you can literally just take and go and start outreaching today. But the real reason why your outreach isn't working isn't because you don't have the right scripts, the right strategies, because you don't have the brand, right? If you don't have the brand, people will not buy. Now, I want to take this back to the start of my agency, right? I had literally no footprint online. I had photos on my Instagram of me at parties, me at golf, and the kind of image that's portraying to potential prospects, they're going to even question whether or not I'm in business. Now, you've probably got outreach by people who have the exact same thing on their profile, trying to sell you something. And what I'm trying to say is, if that is you, then no one is ever going to buy from you, right? Unless you make some ridiculous offer that, is practically free, they're just simply not going to buy. So I'm going to do in this video is show you some strategies that we use and that you can go and take right away to go and actually start to build your brand. And I just want to preface this by saying that having a personal brand does not mean having millions of followers. Having a brand means you have a presence online where you're sharing interesting content. You're a thought leader on topics. Other people are talking about you, because one thing to really understand and internalize is that social proof is the most powerful bias known to mankind, according to Charlie Munger, Warren Buffett's business partner. And social proof comes from having other people talking about you. So obviously testimonials, case studies, and those kind of things are great. But what I'm going to share with you here today is more tangible than that you can start to get regardless if you have clients or not. So the first one is podcasting. So one thing that you'll find is that podcasts are probably the quickest way to actually start to build authority with people. Now, not only are you getting interviewed by these people are seeing you as the expert because you're coming in and adding value on a subject. And the great part is a lot of podcast hosts really don't have huge audiences. So you can go and find these shows to start getting some practice. And obviously, because you may not be at that top tier level yet, you're obviously not going to be ready for something like a Joe Rogan. But if you're watching this and you already have a really good business and you want to start getting into podcasts in the media, we actually have another video which I'll link in the description. But to reiterate, podcasts can not only help you get in front of the right people, build connections, but it also is evergreen content that you can use throughout all your marketing and that will start to populate Google with your digital footprint. Now, the second is media features and interviews. Now, this is obviously not accessible to everyone on the planet, right? The media has standards, but one thing that you can do is create guest posts, right? So reach out to blogs, reach out to small industry publications and ask them if you can share some insight into a unique piece of information that you might have, some unique strategies, and something that will add value to the readers. So if you're ever going to pitch them, you always need to come from a point of adding value. Now, the reason that you need to start getting these is because it will start to populate Google with publications for you. Because if you have literally no digital footprint, like I said, people are not going to take you seriously. Like, I personally write for Entrepreneur Magazine, which, that I'm not going to say is the thing that's made my business successful, but it has made a big difference in terms of actually building trust with people, sharing my thought leadership, and positioning myself in my industry. Because like I said, the more authority that you have in your industry, easier it is for you to close deals, get people on the phone, and actually get your business to the level where you want it to be. Now, the next is obviously creating engaging content. So you need to be posting to all platforms. I know people say one platform, but you can literally post the same piece of content to every platform with just one extra click. So whether you want to start with video content or written content, I would advise a bit of both. Now, I am not the world's foremost expert on this, but by showing up on all these platforms, not just one, you're going to start to have even more of a footprint where someone searches your name, they see your Instagram, they see your Facebook, they see your TikTok, they see your Twitter. Content repurposing is literally easier than ever, so you really have no excuse. Now, I know this was a super short video, but I just wanted to reiterate because I have people all the time who will respond to my emails saying, hey, I took this meeting with you because I actually was really interested in one of the videos that you posted, or hey, I read one of the articles about you, super impressed by what you do, I want to have a chat, right? So it's so important to create that perception, because if you have a low quality perception of your brand, people are never going to buy from you. They're going to think that you're low quality. But on the contrary, if you position yourself as high quality, think for example of a Rolex, right? Why does a Rolex Submariner cost $15,000 and a Tudor, which looks exactly the same, costs around $2,000 to $3,000? It's the brand, right? And it's not only the brand, like a layer deeper, it's the status that that brand provides people. If you have a Rolex on your wrist and you go into the right rooms, it is going to make a huge difference in terms of how the right kind of people perceive you. So if you want to be the Rolex of your industry, you need to start doing these things to become the thought leader and expert in your space. Now, if you want to be the Tudor, just keep doing what you're doing. Don't worry about building your brand, and yeah, you'll be fine. But guys, hope you got value from this video. If you enjoyed it, please drop a like and subscribe to the channel for more valuable content. If you need any kind of help doing this, getting into podcasts, getting into the media, shoot me a DM on Instagram and I'll be happy to connect and have a chat. And I hope you have an amazing day.